Don't worry, we are back to Rush. What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. Limelight. 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 Okay. I don't know if I have heard the song. It kind of sounds familiar, but I've only done a few reactions to Rush on this channel, which is Tom Sawyer, Xanadu Live, and 2112. So if you guys have more suggestions, now is the time. Thank you, by the way, everyone, for your support, all the new Rush fans that have come into the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to dive deeper into the timeless and classic music that used to come out 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. So that's the whole point of the channel. Some of the songs I know, other songs are new for me, and I will tell you at the beginning, So let's get into it. All right, I'll do some research at the end. If you have interesting videos you'd like me to watch, please go to my Ko-fi page or Patreon. It helps out a lot. Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on, and let's go. I think this is the official music video.
Intact, living in the limelight, the universal dream for those who wish to see, those who wish to be must put aside the alienation, get on with the fascination, the real relation, the underlying key.
That part right there with the vocals, how he goes down. I have to hear that again. That was really... E.
Living in a fisheye lens, caught in the camera eye. I have no heart to lie. I can't pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend. All the world's in need of stage. We
It is three guys making magic. First things first, we hit the like. I am subscribed, and I'll have a link of the original video down in the description below. 39 million views. Deserves more, in my opinion. It's the type of music that makes you think like about life, about music, the present, the past, the future. Who are we? What are we doing here? And what even is music? It sounds like some sort of cosmic lesson. And every band, this is why music is so cool, right? You can have such variety. And I'm a big fan of exploring, of variety, having different things. I'm not like married to one band ever. I just, I listen to music from now, from 2026. I go back to the 70s, the 80s, whatever, and I enjoy every single one differently, right? And I do have my favorites, and there's, a range, but it's just like, they are so specific with their sound, and I think that's awesome that you can find similarities to other bands. And I think I have compared them in the past, maybe a little bit to like Pink Floyd in a way, of the guitar solo, and the drumming kind of goes hard, and it's very active. You can compare it to another band here and there, but they are unique, and that is maybe the most important thing about being a musician. You want to be original, and you want to show emotion. At least that's what connects with me, and they're checking off the boxes here. The singer, he has such a particular voice as well, and it throws me off a little bit, because you look at this man who, seems to be around, maybe 35, maybe 40 years old, but his voice is very youthful. It's like a 12-year-old's voice, respectfully, right? But it has such strength, and it's so musically oriented, and I think that's something that gets overlooked when it comes to rock music. There's some sort of stigma that the lead singers of rock bands don't really, like, they kind of sing, and the rest is like noise, or they can cover it up with the instrumentation and the loudness. But no, I am here to tell you, not that I have to, but that there are some singers out there that, man, they're vocalists. Like, you can take them outside the band, just set them in front of a microphone by themselves, and they would blow off the roof. And this is one of those singers. And there's so many examples, right? Axl Rose, Freddie Mercury, and whatever, so many others. But this guy is, Steve Perry. This guy is kind of up there. Yeah, I think his voice. I just really enjoy his voice, and it's hard to describe, but the way he controls some of those notes and how he ends. Dun, 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 dun. I love how they do those little runs when they are like meant to be in particular places, not everywhere, right? Because then it loses the effect. But it's kind of like, let me see if I can go back and tell you guys what I'm talking about. It's like back here. Right there. I think he says the underlying theme, but he doesn't, he's not like the underlying theme, right? He's like the underlying theme, like taking those steps. That is so cool. That is like one of my favorite things when it comes to listening and hitting those notes. Chef's kisses. So yeah, that's just an example. This might be my favorite Rush song so far. Tom Sawyer, I understand that it's like their iconic song, and there's a ton of songs in 2112 that they're kind of epic and super, the storytelling on there and the guitar solos, awesome. But this one, I think oh, and Xanadu, I mean that's just an I don't that's not even a song. That is just like a spiritual experience at that point. This might be winning for me so far. Guys, let me know in the comments which one I should check out next. I do think they recorded this like in the same time and the same spot where I saw Tom Sawyer. It just looks like the studio outside. Yeah, the same place, the snow. And I like over here just the little details, right? The last part we see is just outside, and the dog pops up like a German Shepherd or something. So I'm gonna say this came out 1978. Was that Tom Sawyer? Maybe 1976. Released. Hold on, let me type. Oh, 81. Fair enough. So this was officially released February 1981. The exact release date varies slightly by region, with the single debuting on February 12th, 1981 alongside their Moving Pictures album, and officially dropping as a US 7-inch single on February 28th, 1981. So starting off the 80s on the right note. Okay, and what the heck, while we're here, what is the actual meaning of the song? I kind of get ideas here and there, but I might as well go straight to the source and find out. So, Canadian rock band as well. I have to remember they're from Canada. So this is about the isolating and surreal experience of sudden fame. Okay. I'm getting like some of the words that they were saying in the underlying the fascination. Yeah, okay. It captures the personal struggle of introversion while living under the constant, unyielding scrutiny of public attention. Imagine how, like, what they would have felt in 2026 with all the social media and everyone has a phone, and it's just more intense now, I think. The lyrics describe living on a lighted stage as a highly exposed, isolating, and artificial reality. The musician is separated from some reality by the fame they've achieved. I can only imagine it, right? Everyone, watching, since we're not globally famous and successful, then we have to kind of picture what it must feel like to get to that level. And I think this captures it beautifully. This is a song that gives us an insight into, okay, this is maybe how you would feel if you were a musician and you're surrounded by, you're in a different level, in a different world at this point, right? You're not normal. Always you're gonna have people wanting your autograph, just like reaching out, trying to contact you, and it's just like, man, most people would want that, right? Out of maybe ignorance or lack of exposure, we're like, no, I want to be famous, but we really don't know what it's like. And there's a lot of, well, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's not all rainbows and unicorns. The opening line playfully paraphrases William Shakespeare's famous "All the world's a stage" speech from As You Like It. I think somebody said, or maybe a lot of people in the previous video of Tom Sawyer, how it was written by the drummer, who was an avid reader, and maybe the same here if they're, paraphrasing Shakespeare. Written by the band's notoriously private lyricist and drummer, Neil Peart. Maybe I should just continue reading it. The song expresses his discomfort with the universal dream of fame and the pressure of pretending adoring strangers are long-awaited friends. This is what I'm saying, guys. Okay. Cast in this unlikely role, ill-equipped to act, highlights Peart's struggle with the social demands and performance aspect of being a massive rock star. Exactly. One must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. Refers to setting boundaries to protect one's sanity and authentic self against the overwhelming public fascination. As with anything, there is like a type of balancing act that you have to do, right? And as somebody famous, you have your adoring fans. You want them to feel like you care, that you connect with them, that you're literally there, right? The music you write is for the fans, for them, and not just for yourself. But you also kind of have to, protect yourself, your family, right? Because there's crazy people out there. So you have to put up the barriers and be like, okay, there are limits, right, as to how close you can get and what you can do. Amazing song, amazing like chords in here, vocals, melodies, every single one. Like the instrumentation is superb. I don't know what else to say. I really enjoy their music, so I'm gonna dive deeper. Thank you guys. Please subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.